So what's your take on building wealth with a man? A lot of women will say, no, don't do that. Some others will say, it's necessary. You need to build wealth with your husband. You need to join him to grow. Whatsoever your take is, let's dive into the story of the day. In the bustling city of Asaba, there lived a handsome man named Okafor. Okafor was just recently settled by his Oga Anayo. Oga Anayo sells building material in the main market. So the moment Oga Anayo settled Okafor opened a store in Asaba. And the moment he did, although business remains moving very well for him, he told himself that instead of gallivanting the city of Asaba, it was better for him to go get himself a wife. And with immediate effect, he got married to Ndidi, a beautiful damsel. Not just that Ndidi was beautiful, she was everyone's spec. Ndidi is beautiful. Men lined up at her father's door, waiting to see her. She was the definition of her son, Pete. She was that person that when people see, they will tell her, you are beautiful. Okafor was a very lucky man that Ndidi's father accepted to give her hands in marriage to him. Okafor never took Ndidi for granted because Ndidi, although she wasn't very learned, she had just finished secondary school in the comprehensive grammar school, Abagana. So she was a bit learned, but not very learned, you know. Okafor carried his beautiful wife to Asaba and they started juggling life. It wasn't easy at first, with Ndidi staying at home and Okafor going to work every day. He came back with little or nothing most times. So Ndidi told her husband, rather than bringing forth children into this world, and at the end of the day, we won't be able to feed them, it's better I follow you to your shop every day. Let's join our hands together and make this money. When we are stable enough, then we'll start bringing forth children into the world. Okafor looked at his wife. He was marveled. Wow, what a nice thought, he told himself. And he did not refuse. He told her, hope you'll be able to handle it too. She said, yes, don't worry. I will. On Saturdays, I won't follow you to shop. I'll go to the market and I'll do the house chores. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll follow you to the shop. And Okafor accepted. So every morning, as early as 4:30, Ndidi will wake up and wake her husband so they will say their morning devotion. And the moment they are done, she will enter into the kitchen. She will cook breakfast and make lunch, pack them inside cooler, and they will head to the market. They did this for consecutive 6 months. Ndidi was always on the front line, chasing the customers back to back. Please, oh, we are selling jacuzzi. We are selling shower tray. Come and buy from us. Okafor and Sons Limited. Always chasing the customers back to back. She was known in the market. Madam Okafor, left, right, center. And it didn't take long. They started reaping the fruit of their labor. Customers started trooping in. If they were not buying Spain ties, they were buying Sweet Home. Name it all. Ndidi was at peace with herself. She was glad that she followed her husband to the market. And she quickly told her husband, oh, I know my mom, whenever she asks me to go and help her hokokba, she would tell me that nobody eats from the person's cost. Don't go and start feeding from your cost, oh. Don't also feed from your interest. You have to pay yourself salary. Because if you think that the profit is for you and you alone, you won't have money to be able to stock your shop. Oh. And Okafor looked at his wife and said, wow, she's a bit experienced, he quickly told himself. And he accepted everything Ndidi said because every direction she gave brought out positive fruits. So he was ready to follow whatsoever she asked him to do. So Okafor made sure that he paid himself a certain amount at the end of the month and also paid his wife a certain amount at the end of the month. Being that they were just the ones handling the shop gradually started growing and they needed more hands. At this point, Okafor decided to employ 3 apprentices at a time because the shop became big. It was always booming with customers. He employed Ifeanyi, Ike, and Uzo. Ifeanyi was the nicest apprentice they ever had. Ike and Uzo very mischievous. And trust Ndidi. Ndidi was always catching anything they were doing, all their hanky-pankies. Doing also afia, selling market from behind. Ndidi was always catching them. They hated anything Ndidi was around. They always refer to her as Margaret Thatcher. They will say, how come this woman is always following her husband to come to work? Can you imagine? Don't she know that her mates are at home taking care of children? She's been married for 5 years and she had not given birth. She doesn't know that very soon her husband will start chasing all those small girls. Truth be told, Ndidi was chasing wealth and did not even remember to give birth. And the moment she had decided in her heart that it was time to give birth, it felt like it was already too late. Because whenever she touched her husband would say, I'm tired. Didn't you see how we were busy throughout the day? So you want me to finish running around Asaba Market and come and run around this house with you? Ndidi become I'm tired. Ndidi will say, no, mama, it's not like that. We've been married for 5 years, 5 good years. It's time. In fact, I don't want to go to the shop again. I want to stay at home. I want to start giving birth to children. Okafor will look at his wife and say, Ndidi, Bikorapo, please leave me alone. Tomorrow, I will try not to stress myself. Don't worry. But this kept on going on for long. Anytime Ndidi tries to touch him, he will quickly say he was tired. And but some days he gave in to it. And it didn't take long. Ndidi took in. The moment Ndidi took in, Ndidi avoided anything that was going to stress her. Even at the shop, she barely chased customers. She often sat down. She did not want anything that would stress her at all. But one fateful day, she was the only one at the shop, as other ones had gone to the packing store to get goose. And while she was trying to get a goose for a customer, she slipped and fell down. Ndidi started bleeding immediately. And when she was rushed to the hospital, she lost the baby. It took Ndidi a while to recover from that trauma. But the moment she recovered, she wanted to get pregnant immediately. She told herself there is no time to waste time at the raw. She wanted to take him immediately. She tried to make her husband sleep with her every night. Okafor got tired at some point and told his wife, that's not how to do it. Do you think even if I sleep with you every night, you're going to get pregnant? Just allow nature take its due course. Ndidi accepted and believed and hoped that someday, sometime, she would take in again. But like they say, money can get to people's head. Because it didn't take long, Okafor started importing containers left, right, center. In a month, Okafor will have 3 containers standing pretty in his shop, offloading goods. People asking, do you need help? Do you need help? Okafor was a big man. And this time, he started misbehaving. Not just that he was misbehaving. He went for small girls of 20 years, 21 years, pino, creamy. People that would touch his stomach and his chest and make him feel warm again. Young at heart, he always told himself. Ndidi initially suspected that he was cheating. But she quickly brushed it off and told herself that the moment you start suspecting your husband, it's giving room for trust issue. She told herself that Okafor will not cheat on her. Being that they've struggled together, they've acquired wealth together, Okafor was never going to cheat on her. Little did she know that Okafor was into small girls, spending money like no other, stealing money from the shop. Aside the salary he was paying himself, his wife, and the 3 apprentices, he started stealing money, small from the shop, spending on these girls. They will call him Omego. He'll say, you know me. And the young girl will rub his stomach and say, Zaddy. And he will say, call me again. And she will say, Ochilo Zovan. And he will say, how are you? Just tell me what you want and I will do it for you. You know I am capable. And this young girl will quickly say, Mr. Capable. And you say, that's me. Okafor will pour out huge sum of money with these young girls picking the money in quantum, spending it anyhow they feel, anyhow they deem fit. Okafor did not care. And the moment his wife found out that he was cheating, she quickly called him to confront the issue. But Okafor wasn't remorseful in any way. He wasn't. He did not even bother. Even when Ndidi threatened to divorce him, he wasn't bothered. Instead, he quickly went to get married to his side chick, Anita, in the traditional way. The moment Ndidi found out, she was furious. She was angry. And she told Okafor, how dare you do this to me? Okafor told her, I don't understand you, Ndidi. Every night you would disturb me, and yet you cannot give me a daughter. What's more, a son? This wealth that you say we should chase, we've chased it all. And now it's time for you to make babies. But you don't want to settle down and make babies. Ndidi, I need babies now. I need babies. Don't come and start doing all those Okafor with me, Okafor this, Okafor that. Please, I need babies. I can see this young girl, this creamy, this Asampede. She's ready to do it for me. I'm not saying you're not my wife. I am a titled man now. I am Omwego one, Ochilozo one, Igirigi one. So I can get married to as many women. So please, don't allow all those things to bother you. You can continue chasing the wealth with me. You know we are business partner. We are in this together. Why Anita? My sweet tomato juice. My asampete. Baby, turn around. She will give birth to the babies for us. Ndidi was looking at her husband. She was trying to understand, is this Okafor speaking or someone else? Is this money making her husband speak like this? Who would have ever thought? Ndidi told herself that she was too young to stand this from her husband. When Okafor got married to her, she was 18. Adding 7 years to her life, she's just 25. And one thinking girl, 21 years old, will come and be dragging husband with her. She quickly opted to divorce him. She did not have that time. They had not even given birth to a child, and she was already stressing herself. She opted to divorce Okafor immediately. But the moment they got to the court, that was when Ndidi hit rock bottom. Because every document she ever signed, she signed it as Mrs. Okafor. She did not include her name. The name her parents gave to her, she did not include it. She was only signing it as Mrs. Okafor. And now there are 2 Mrs. Okafor. So which of the Mrs. Okafor signed the documents? Okafor laughed at her and told her, you see, now you will dance to the beating of my drum. Sure you want to divorce me? Come and divorce now, let me see. Ndidi felt bad. If only she knew. If only she asked question. How come she just threw all her hard work to the gutters? How come she just threw everything away? After Okafor stressed and tormented her for 2 good months, he decided to give her one of his shop. The shop that wasn't even doing well, he gave it to her and told her, you should be grateful that I'm using this one to settle you. It's not my fault. You dragged me to court, but you did not win the court case. It's not my fault, you know. Next time, use your head. Ndidi felt bad. But when she was leaving, she asked Ifeanyi to live with her. She brought Ifeanyi herself to that shop. So Ifeanyi left with her. Okafor wasn't bothered. Anita was doing him well. They had house help. Anita barely touched anything. She kept on ordering the house help. Bring out 1 full chicken and cook it for my husband. Okafor will eat. Bring out 1 full goat. Make it show for my husband. He's coming back. Okafor will consume. And whenever it was her birthday, oh God, they had to go to the best place in town. From Lantern Cafe to Sweet 16 to the best bar to the best club, Okafor kept on throwing money away without investing properly. Kept on throwing money. And he forgot that Ike and Uzo were not to be trusted. Because the very moment he decided to take Anita on vacation, go on a vacation, oh God, he returned to Asaba and saw that his own shop was wide open and no goods was there. The two boys, Ike and Uzo, sold everything and ran away with his wealth. Okafor became broke. Not just broke, he had nothing to his name. The only thing he had was 2 buildings where tenants were living. That was all he had to his name. The once Igrigi one, Omego one became nothing. And the respect Anita had for him gradually died off because she was just there for money. Whereas for Ndidi, the one shop Okafor gave to her, she grew the shop and started making money in millions and billions. She met another young handsome man, Anayo. Anayo was a bit advanced in age. He was 35 at that time, and they got married. After they got married, Ndidi gave birth to 3 babies at the same time. She gave birth to 3 bouncing babies. Ndidi started living her best life. Whereas Okafor was suffering in misery because he could not feed his family the way he used to. All he did was to wait for house rent. The moment his tenants pay house rent, he will look for how to first stock the shop that wasn't even doing well before even thinking of how to feed the family. Life was very difficult for him, and he wished in his heart that he did not divorce Ndidi. He wished in his heart that he remained a loyal husband to Ndidi. But it was already too late because she had already remarried and is a mother of 3. Thank you very much for listening to this very short story. This story has a lot of lessons to be learnt. And this story is a warning to women. No one is saying it's a bad thing to build wealth with your husband. But please and please, when you're writing your name on a document, don't go and write Mrs. Okafor. Do you know if they should stand outside and call Mrs. Okafor, 100 people will come out? Write your name. You have a name that your parents gave to you. If your name is Choma, write Mrs. Choma Okafor. If your name is Nkiru, write Mrs. Nkiru Okafor. Because the moment you do, no one can come and claim to be Mrs. Nkiru Okafor again. Ndidi lost everything she ever worked for. Because when signing documents, she wrote Mrs. Okafor. Not knowing that the right thing to do is to write Mrs. Ndidi Okafor. Please and please, people should be very, very careful, especially doing documentation. And also, to the men who thinks that it is okay to discard a woman who worked with you, who suffered with you because of one young cow, be rest assured that sometime, that young cow will not remain young forever. In the case of Okafor, he lost his wealth because he left his business to the hands of Ike and Uzo, who weren't even serious from day one. So his own was a result of mumu. But some men, theirs might not be mumu, but be very, very careful of what you wish for, so that you don't say, oh, had I known, and it will be too late. Thank you very much for listening to the story of the day. We say may your favorite storyteller, Zika. Please and please, I would like you to drop what you've learned from this. And you know where to. The comment section alone. That's the only place we get to chit-chat. So we'll see you again in our next story. Don't forget to join our channel membership. Don't forget to share our stories to your loved ones. Please hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Because I know you enjoy my stories now. Till we see you again in our next story.